That's not new theme music. I was just trying it out. Hi, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please. It's my Tuesday night live stream. Thank you for joining me tonight. Coming up, I don't have anything to eat today, which is all right. Although, I should have something to eat. More on that later. Buttons. Who's got the buttons? Says Willy Wonka. Anyway, a top 15 list coming up, and other stuff. But first, we should see who's in the chat. Oh, I am so not ready. Hang on. Speaking of buttons, that's why I mention it. Oops. National Button Day, November 16th. Am I ready? Okay. Am I back? All right. And, oh, there it is. Checking the chat and to see who the first three are today. Today's gold medalist, Noah. Totally number one for sure. You called it. And I saw it a couple hours ago. You were there. Today's silver medalist, Catherine Wilby. Welcome to the show. Our bronze medalist, Eric Newman. Hello to you. Congratulations to our medalists today, the first three in the chat. Also here is Uper Wisdom Videos. Jason, welcome to you. Michelle the Quilter, welcome in. Jack Sandy Claus, 1993 Logan. Matt, how are you? Pepper Tree Villa is also here. As well as Samantha Paxton. And Baron Games. Do I have a sound? I don't really have a sound for Baron Games. I think I need to get one. Oh, I guess that's my mom. All right. Well, hi, Mom. Also, D&G Explorers are here.
Dilly dilly.
Welcome in. Dilly dilly to you. Like I said, today is National Button Day, among other things. Every day is at least a dozen things. But today is National Button Day. Do I have that still there? Yeah. Now, as you can see in the graphic, it's talking about the clothes fasteners. Those type of buttons. I don't really want to talk about that. That's kind of dull. I think they were... that type of button was developed in Germany hundreds of years ago. And we all have them. We all lose them. That's as far as I want to go. The type of button I'd rather talk about are the type that people in our YouTube community have given to me. So I'm going to show a few of those off. And actually, I'm going to start with one that wasn't given to me by another YouTuber. Instead, I showed this a week or two ago. And when I was talking about the things to do in November, and or the things to love about November, and one of the things was I'm bumping the table. One of the things was celebrating Mickey and Minnie's birthday in November, and that's coming up. And back in 2017, I happened to be in the Magic Kingdom that day, and they were handing out these buttons, as I guess they do every year. And this is the 2017 button with the new style Mickey already at that time. So, yeah. This is the type of button I want to talk about today. So there's that one. Here's another one. This is from the Character Warehouse. It's just your basic Walt Disney World established in 1971 button. See, it's a button there. Oop, where am I going? That's difficult to do. This came with a pennant, I think. Did it? Yes, it came as a package, very cheap. That's why I got it. I wasn't coveting this button necessarily, but this came with the pennant, which is what I wanted. And the pennant is hanging up right there. You can't see it. I'm sorry. You used to be able to see it. I used to have it in frame. I no longer do. Can I? There it is. You can kind of see it. Oh! Sorry, that's as good as I can get. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome in. Nerds! Speaking of the Disney Nerd Herders, there's a button. Now we're getting into the people that were so kind to have given me one of their buttons, and this is from the Disney Nerd Herders. And I think I have a teeny tiny one as well. The most recent one, or one of the most recent ones I was given, from Donna Jaworski. Season's greetings. Mar in Memphis, welcome in. Season's greetings to you. What else? Oh, this one. The Hitchhiking Bones. They go live on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, so they'll be on later today. And I believe Will be talking about his trip to Walt Disney World. There you go. All right, what else? Well, here's another button I got from the parks. Maybe in the same year, 2017. We were there in June, I guess, on Father's Day. I don't remember being there at that time, but I have this button as proof. That reminds me that I was there. And that was before I had a channel. You know, it's before I started vlogging anything. So I have no, video proof of it. I'm sure we have pictures, though, of being there on that day. I don't know. I don't know. Another park button is this one, first visit, and you'll notice down at the bottom, that's a Disneyland button. I think I have a couple of these. And one of them, and I think it was Juan Rodriguez, who went and when I was in the park, and technically it wasn't my first visit. I had been there as a child back in 1977. I was in Disneyland, but back, in 2019, went back for D23 and was there. And Juan Rodriguez, for all intents and purposes, this was my first visit that I really remember. So he got me one that said "More Sunshine, Please," about right here, and that's somewhere. But I have this one too. So how about that? All right, here's a couple more buttons. This is from Tracy Glenn, Kenzie Days' dad. And, oh, look, Kenzie Days. Did I say Kenzie Days'? No, Kenzie Days. Saw them, when did I see them? I don't, spring? Anyway, we still had to wear our masks outdoors. Samantha Lowe, welcome in. PTV, I must have spoken about that when I was there. There are a few pictures of me in the park with a very rough-looking Donald. They've really made some improvements in the cast members' costumes. Anyway, Donald, I wonder if that's on this computer. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I don't really have any memories of that. What's odd is I have a memory or two of Universal Studios on that trip. Universal Studios, California, or whatever they call it. At the time, they just called it Universal Studios because there was only one. Anyway. Okay, in the summer, I got to meet Mama Mouse, and she handed me this button. I got to hang with her for a little bit. And Angela from Diz Our Dream, they joined me for my live stream. It was a Tuesday. So, another button. Again, this is National Button Day. Speaking of Tuesday live streamers, there's Mouse Talk, and I believe they're live right now. Normally, on Tuesdays, they go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. But I think they're in Epcot today and are celebrating Christmas in Epcot, I think is the title of their live stream. So, yeah. We've got that. So after this live stream, head on over to Mouse Talk and see what they've got going on there. Along with Donna giving me a button 2 Saturdays ago, I received this one from Amy, AJC Magic TV. It's National Button Day. All right. Super Disney family, welcome in. It's National Button Day, and I am going over some of the buttons I have. Here's one given to me as being part Pete McDevitt spearheads this effort to celebrate people in this community, the Disney community. And he asked me to be a part of the panel that selects and celebrates members of the community. And as a member of the panel, I have been deemed an honorary Muppet character. There have been 3 rounds of honorees. One was Muppet themed. One was Pixar themed. So I was an honorary member of that as well. Dean is here. Welcome in, Dean. Great to see you. You don't have to button it up. But I like that. But I was also awarded as part of the Star Wars round of notables. I was honored as being humorous, and the character I was honored with was Jar Jar Binks, which I'm still wrapping my brain around that one, but I appreciate it. I'm just kidding. So yeah, is that it for the buttons? I guess it is. I just grabbed all the buttons I could find immediately in my area here, doing a bit of cleaning up. Last week, I had a top 15 list. I forgot what I was talking about. I had a top 15 list, and it was about Disney Plus Day. Disney Plus Day was last Thursday. The Disney celebrating the second anniversary of their streaming service, Disney Plus. Captain Akron 27. How are you? Thanks for being here. And my top 15 list was the things to look forward to on Disney Plus Day. They held a bunch of things to release on that day. I did not watch 15 different things, but I did watch some. And I just want to talk and maybe review a bit of what not a long review. Honestly, don't remember much of what I saw. I tried to watch a few things that day. And I did. I got to watch some things. Here we go. The first thing I watched, and one of the things I had mentioned was it was called Simpsons Plusiversary, and it was a short 5-minute video, the third in a series of short videos about Disney, if not Disney Plus. I don't really remember. Anyway, it's on Disney Plus. It's a Simpsons short for all intents and purposes. And it's pretty fun because it's chock full of Easter eggs. And in this one screen capture, you can see there's Doctor Strange, there's Tinkerbell, there's Winnie the Pooh. It looks like Smithers is a pixie as well. And I don't know who the guy in white pants is supposed to be. But the guy on the right is Dr. Hibbert from The Simpsons. He's one of the Simpsons characters. So that was fun to watch. That was I got a kick out of that because they just one after another, whether it was a Star Wars character or a Marvel character or a Pixar character or a straight up Disney character, it seemed like they crammed them all in there, whether you just saw them in the background drinking a Duff beer or whatever. It was a fun watch. What else did I see? Oh yeah. The Jeff Goldblum series, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. They released 5 episodes on Disney Plus Day for the second season of that show. And it's kind of a cool show. It's lighthearted and he delves into one topic per show. The one show that I watched was the 3rd episode in the second season. And it was about magic. So here you can see the guy in the middle is a magician, a street magician, I guess. And he is demonstrating a trick for the gathered crowd, Jeff Goldblum being one of them. And it was cool. He also visited some witches and had his... I don't know if he had his palm read or they used tarot cards or what. But he admitted to being a skeptic, yet what the one witch was telling him about his deceased family made him cry. And his point was, even though I don't really believe this, what they had to say was really nice, and it touched me. That's what he said. So, yeah. Oh, Sister Sunshine, welcome in. Keith, BDF, is also here. How you doing, Keith? Going over what I watched on Disney Plus Day. And these things weren't just available on Disney Plus Day. They were released on Disney Plus Day. So last Thursday, these things were released. And I watched some of these things. The third thing I watched, I believe, was the Mickey Mouse short called Get a Horse. This was released originally in 2013. It was shown before whatever movie was released in 2013 in theaters. This was a Disney short, so it's about 5 or 7 minutes long. I don't remember. The premise is it starts out looking like an old black and white Disney cartoon from the 20s or 30s. And so you see a theater screen with like Peg Leg Pete on there and Mickey Mouse. And they get into a tussle and Pete throws Mickey Mouse through the screen and into modern times. So from the old black and white movie, Mickey Mouse, and you can see his foot sticking through the screen there, and it's now a CGI Mickey foot. And the premise is they go from the old-timey black and white to the modern computer-generated cartoon images, and they chase each other, and it was fun, and it was interesting. I had never seen it before, and it was back from 2013, so it's been out, and I'm sure it's on, it's a bonus feature of some Blu-ray or DVD. I just had never seen it, but I was able to see it on Disney Plus, and it was kind of cool. It was fun, it was interesting how they did that and how they worked with the black and white and the more modern computer generated images of those same characters. Yeah, it was fun. But not as fun as Olaf Presents. Olaf is one of my favorite characters. There is a series, and I think there are 5 of them, a series of shorts where Olaf, character from the Frozen movies, explains Disney movies. Really quick explanation. Hey, Jeffrey, Jamestown baseball commissioner, welcome in. The genesis of these Olaf Presents cartoons is really from the movie Frozen 2, where a bunch of new characters are introduced and they have no idea who Olaf is or why there's a magical snowman talking to them. So Olaf takes 2 minutes to explain what happened in the first Frozen movie to these new characters. And he does it in a very quick, in a very humorous way. And that's the seed from which these new Olaf cartoons sprouted. And you can see from left to right, Olaf is in the 5 shorts that I saw, he's describing the Lion King. That's the leftmost one. Tangled, where he's got the long looking hair. It's a rope. In the middle there, he is describing Moana, and then you have The Little Mermaid, and finally Aladdin, of course. And they were just kind of fun. They're really quick, so you don't have to spend a lot of time. But I got a kick out of watching the very short, really, I don't know if curt is the right word, explanations of these movies in the way Olaf explains them. The synopsis, the Olaf synopsis. Kay Atwood, welcome in. Thanks for being here, everybody. The thing I was most looking forward to watching was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Well, it's not the first Marvel movie I've seen in a couple of years, because I saw Black Widow. We sprung for the premium access to get that. I liked Black Widow. I liked Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings as well. This movie was on a grand scale. It introduces a bunch of new characters to the MCU. You know, I'm a sucker for the MCU. I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch everything that they release. Did somebody get timed out by mistake? I guess that happens. Sorry, Super Disney family. Take a deep breath. We'll see you in a couple. Anyway, Shang-Chi. I don't want to spoil anything. I liked it. There were some cameos from other Marvel characters we've been introduced to in the past, so that was cool. What can I say about it? I'll say this. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but near the end of the movie, there is a big battle scene, and it kind of reminded me of the big battle scenes from, every Avengers movie, Civil War, Black Panther. I just felt like I've seen the big battle scene a lot. And there was another one in this movie. And although, it's different, I guess, it was the same too. Not every Marvel movie has a giant battle scene with tons of characters and people battling. So, it was different, but there was a dragon in this one. I hope I didn't spoil anything. I don't think I did. But Yeah, I would be lying if I said that didn't weigh on my perception of this movie as being old hat. And I know there's going to be Marvel movies in the future with more really big battle scenes, and I guess I'll grin and bear it when that comes along too. I prefer the movies like Ant-Man, or where they have a story and it's not a giant battlefields full of people battling each other. I guess that's what a battle scene is. Has anyone seen, Jeffrey's asking, anyone seen the new Home Alone? The Home Sweet Home Alone. The Home Alone reboot. I did not see that, though it is out there now. I guess Home Alone and Home Sweet Home Alone are both on Disney Plus. Is that true? I think so. Anyway. What else? Let me get through what else I watched. What I think I liked, maybe even more than the Shang-Chi movie, was the behind-the-scenes show. I couldn't think of another word that they released. The behind-the-scenes of this, it was really interesting to me how they did the. This is part of the big battle scene I was talking about. You can see everything is done in front of a blue screen in blue-shaped things. There's a impressive fight scene on a bus, and it was cool to see how they did that. It was cool to see the characters and the crew, frankly, of this movie talk about how special it was to have this largely, almost entirely Asian cast and crew on this Marvel movie, and what pride they took in it. It was cool to see the casting of what's his name, Simu Liu, I think is the guy that plays Shang-Chi. There were a lot of cool things in that behind the scenes show. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's on Disney Plus. You'll find it if you want to. Noah is sticking to the original Home Alone. Oh, Jungle Cruise is on Disney Plus now. I did not see it. What I did see, though, I stuck with Marvel to see it was called Marvel. I think it was called Marvel Legends Hawkeye, and it was about the character Hawkeye in all of his appearances in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his upcoming show Hawkeye, which you can see this is a promotional poster for that show. And it's coming up on November 24th. And I'm looking forward to that. And one very cool thing I heard about is they are going to introduce a new character in that Hawkeye show called, the character is called Echo. It's going to be played by an indigenous actress who is not only deaf, but she is an amputee. She only has one leg. She's going to be playing a character, a hero, I believe, called Echo. I'm not familiar with the comics, so I don't know what type of character this is. But not only is she going to be in this, there's going to be a spin-off show called Echo about that character. Again, she's deaf. She is of Native American descent. She is an amputee. She's getting her own show, and I think that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to seeing that character in the Hawkeye show, of course, but then she'll be the second deaf superhero. I guess one of the Eternals is a deaf Marvel hero as well, so that's really cool. Finally, I think this is the last thing I remember seeing. Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett. This was about a half hour long, and it was about the origins of Boba Fett, how it started out. The character of Boba Fett started out as between the first two movies, Star Wars episode, what it was just called Star Wars, and The Empire Strikes Back, in that interim, they came up with this character, Boba Fett, who is going to be, you should really watch the show, but what I found fascinating, and I never knew this, was Boba Fett, the look of Boba Fett was going to be, the original thought George Lucas had was that look of the Mandalorian, really, was going to be another type of like super stormtrooper, but they couldn't afford to make all of those new stormtrooper costumes, so they just went with the one, and they made that character a bounty hunter. Turned out to be Boba Fett, and in the second and third movie, Boba Fett's not in it much. I think 6 minutes total, has only a few lines, but people love that character. And it was, now because of The Mandalorian, Boba Fett has this whole new life. Literally, because we thought he had died in episode 6. But, yeah, that was a cool show. I'm glad I watched that. Let's see. Super Disney Fam says Jungle Cruise was a good watch. Good to know. I'm looking forward to seeing so much more on Disney Plus. So I want to see that. I want to see more Jeff Goldblum. I like that show, but I don't want to binge it. But I like seeing one at a time. That's cool, or a couple. What else? Oh, when did I do this? Saturday afternoon, I released a vlog of my trip to Sanaa, and my wife and I tried all of the appetizers because they're all vegetarian, if not vegan. We tried all the appetizers at Sanaa. Sanaa is a restaurant, a sit-down restaurant at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and for my birthday, my wife took me there because I had expressed interest in trying their bread service, one of their appetizers. My birthday, however, was in June. We couldn't get a reservation at Sanaa until July, and I didn't release the video of it until November. Kind of crazy, but I liked that place a lot. It really enjoyed the food, and we had a table near the window looking out to what they call the savannah, where they have some wild animals roaming around, including giraffes and zebras and some crazy-looking birds. It was really cool. It's a really cool experience, and the food was great. It was fun. I'd like to go back. But there's a lot of places I want to go to, Anyway. So, yeah, that video is now on my channel. Please check it out if you haven't. Okay, it is 7:35. It's time for my top 15 list. Today, if you did not know, and I didn't know this till a couple days ago, today is not only National Button Day, it is National Fast Food Day. As if every day isn't National Fast Food Day, right? Am I right? Anyway, I'm going to be counting down. Let's see. The ACSI's top 15 fast food restaurants in America. The ACSI, what does that stand for? The American Customer Satisfaction Index. Every year, the American Customer Satisfaction Index has a survey that they give to hundreds of people about their favorite, about a bunch of things, but the one we're interested today is the one about fast food restaurants. They also do they have a list of the top sit-down restaurants. But today's National Fast Food Day, so I thought it would be cool to see and show you what the top 15 fast food restaurants are in America. Well, it's really the top 15 customer they call them limited service restaurants, which I guess is just a fancy way to say fast food restaurants. So there's a list of 20-some on here. I'm going to give you the top 15. Margie Butcher, welcome in. Happy National Fast Food Day to you. I do have to get this ready. I've got to get my images ready, so bear with me. Let me get some of these pictures up here. Thank you for your patience. There's that. Okay. So I'm going to give you just a bit about the history of some of these places. You know all these places. I don't think there's a ton. Do you see the glitch there? I'm going to watch the YouTube. Oh, I'm putting things in my program here, and every time I do, it's causing that glitch. Sorry about that. There's a glitch in my matrix. Here it comes again. Oh, it didn't do it that time. Oh, well. How about now? Yep, that time it did it. Sorry. That's weird. Sorry. How do I not... That never used to do that. But here's what happened. I updated my software. And now it's causing this. Oh, well. All right. I think I only have a few more pictures to go. And I think we're good to go now. Okay. Woo! If you're just joining us like Simba 2, welcome in. Great to see you. Thanks for spending some time with us. Disney Nerd Herders. Avery likes Popeyes, Dairy Queen, Arby's, and Burger King. I'm going to tell you this. 2 of those are on my list. Simba 2? Hiya. Okay. Let's check it out. Number 15 on the list, Subway. These are not my favorite fast food restaurants. These were rated using such things as accuracy of food order, quality of their mobile app, courtesy and helpfulness of the staff, food quality, meaning taste and temperature and freshness, the restaurant layout and cleanliness, beverage quality, the speed of checkout or delivery, depending on what you got, website satisfaction. Who cares about that one? The variety of food on the menu and the variety of beverages on the menu. These are the things that they were right there. And those are the numbers. I can't keep it steady. Oh, well. So Subway is number 15 on the list. And if I may, I actually have, if you don't know what a Subway restaurant looks like, here it is. It was Peter Buck in 1965 that gave college freshman Fred DeLuca the idea to open a submarine sandwich shop to help pay his tuition. Peter provided an initial investment of $1,000, and a business relationship was forged that would change the landscape of the fast food industry and the lives of thousands. This started in Bridgeport, Connecticut, if I'm pronouncing every letter. What was I going to say about Subway? Not much. I don't go to Subway. I've been there. I just don't. It's not one of my go-tos. Keith likes Hardee's, Five Guys, Subway, Whataburger, and McDonald's. Okay, Keith. There are only 2 of those are on my list, and I just gave you one of them. So only one of those other ones is on my list. How about that? But the thing is, not all of those are national or widely available nationally. Whataburger, I've never seen a Whataburger. We don't have those around here. where I currently live or where I used to live up in Detroit. I don't believe there's Whataburgers there. Maybe there is now, but I don't think so. So that probably hinders their performance. Hardee's, again, probably there aren't as many Hardee's as there used to be. So am I giving away things? Yeah, I guess so. All right, let's continue on. Number 14, Panda Express. Again, not my list. I've been to Panda Express once that I can think of, maybe twice. It's not my favorite place. Dean says Whataburger left the Minneapolis area, so used to be there, no longer. It's from, Keith says it's from California to Florida. Oh, I just haven't seen it. No Whataburgers in Detroit, says either my nephew or my mother. Okay. Well, thank you. And Noah says Publix is way better than Subway's. I agree 100% with you. Publix are local, the large grocery store chain around here. Anyway, Panda Express, established in 1983, Andrew Chung opens the first Panda Express at the Glendale Galleria in Glendale, California. He did it with his wife. Let's see, just to mix things up, I've got a picture. That, to me, this Panda Express looks like a tire store, a tire place. Does anybody else get that from this building? Eric Newman, welcome in. Or have you always been here? I think you have. Culver's on the list. I'll tell you what, it would be on my list for sure. Is it on the ACSI's list? Or... yeah, ACSI. Will yet to be seen. Yeah, that Panda Express looks like where we bought our tires, but alas, it is not. Anyway, so Andrew Chung and his wife Peggy operate. I wanted to say opening and operated. Operated. Anyway, I guess they're known for their orange chicken, which was introduced in 1987. Inspired by the flavors of Hunan province, the dish features crispy chicken bites and a sweet and spicy orange sauce. Since 2016, they have served 80 million pounds of the original orange chicken. How about that? All right, we're moving on. Number 13 on the list. Little Caesars. Now, this list, again, I don't think of Little Caesars as a fast food restaurant, but I guess it is. It doesn't mean not all these places have a place for you to sit down and eat. There's a ton of Little Caesars that just have a counter. Do you know what I mean? So I never thought of these pizza places as being fast food joints, but this list thinks of them as that. So Little Caesars is not the only pizza place on this list. Little Caesars, established in 1959 by Mike and Marion Illich. They invested their life savings into their first pizza store in Garden City, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit. In 1962, the first franchise opened in Warren, Michigan. Let's see what else. Also in 1962, Little Caesars logo becomes a 3D figure used in outdoor signage. I remember such signage. It was like there, and maybe it predates the Big Boy. I don't know if everybody has a Big Boy near them, or if they still exist. I don't know. But like I show a clip from the movie Austin Powers, the first movie. And it's where, and it has to do with product placement because Dr. Evil takes off in a rocket ship shaped like a big boy. And I have to explain to them, this is product placement, but you might not know what the product is. It's a big boy. Some students originally from the north might be familiar with it, but I don't think we have big boys in Florida. I don't know if they have them anywhere anymore. I really don't. Anyway... let's see. So they had the Little Caesar was a 10-foot tall statue on their sign. Let's see. In 1979, Little Caesars launches a new offer for 2 pizzas for the price of 1 and coins the famous pizza phrase. I think they still have that. Do they still have that? They have a hot and ready. Is that the Mar? Is that that $5 pizza to go? Is that they call that hot and ready? Or at one time they did? And it doesn't matter. Who cares? My favorite part of Little Caesars was, and maybe still is, I think they still have them. They used to sell pizza kits as a fundraising item. You know how Little League teams would sell popcorn or cookies? Little Caesars offered pizza kits. And I remember getting a Little Caesars pizza kit, and you get the dough and the toppings, and you make your own Little Caesars pizza at home, and you put it in your oven and bake it yourself. And it was great. It was awesome. And I think they still have them. I don't know if they have them as widely available as they once did, but I think they're still around. There's only 5 big boys left in the United States, Jason tells us. And Mar is confirming, yes, hot and ready. What did I say? Hot now? Hot and ready? There are still big boys in Michigan. Keith says the pizza buffet bar is what makes pizza parlors fast food. That's fancy calling them pizza parlors. I don't know if a lot of these pizza places warrant such highfalutin words to describe them. But I like it. I like pizza parlor. That's a throwback. Wayne's World was also big for product placement, says the Disney Nerd Herders. That's right. There was a whole scene where they have fun with they play with the idea of product placement. Let's move on. I'm talking way too much about one thing. Number 12 on the list is Burger King. This would be on my list. Because I don't eat meat anymore, Burger King has an Impossible Whopper, and it's pretty darn good. I would, if you're a fan of the Whopper, try the Impossible Whopper and tell me what you think. I think you would be. It's not a veggie burger. It's different. I mean, it's plant-based, but it's not the same as like smashing black beans together to make a burger patty. The Impossible or the Beyond Burger patties mimic a ground beef patty closer than anything ever has before. And the Impossible Whopper is a pretty good facsimile of a legit Whopper. Keith likes CC's. I do too. Jason says there's a big boy located in Marquette, Michigan. Okay, I know that. And Super Disney Family has a big boy about a half hour from them. Michelle the Quilter does like the Impossible Burger. It's pretty good. I went to, I don't know enough to tell the Impossible Burger from the Beyond Burger, the two competing plant-based burger, the big companies. And last time we were at Costco, they had a pretty good deal on the Beyond Burger patties, the frozen patties. So I still have those in the freezer. So every once in a while, I'll throw those on the grill. And yeah, that's good stuff. I'm glad I can do that at home. Anyway, what was I going to mention about? I wanted to show this picture of Burger King, the way they used to look. Does anybody remember this? That dark brown, the shingles on the roof there, and the old style Burger King Home of the Whopper, that orange color. I liked seeing this picture.
It looks like your Wi-Fi name or password has changed.
Alexa, please stop talking.
Go to the
Alexa, stop talking. Okay, could you guys hear that? Every once in a while, I'll say something. Anyway. Oh, Mar says there's one, a big boy in Ironton, Ohio. Dang. Oh, I wanted to show this. I think I've mentioned this before. on the show. I used to have this poster, which was from Burger King in the 70s. This is Meadowlark Lemon, used to be the face of the Harlem Globetrotters. And you can see him posing with a stack of Whoppers. And I had this hanging in my room as a kid for years. I liked that poster. I liked finding this again. I remember that poster. Let me see if I can find an image of it. And I did. Mom, Sister Sunshine, do you remember this poster? I do. All right. That was fun. Good times. All right. What's next on the list? What time is it? 7:52. I really got to get going. Papa John's. All right. I've had Papa John's, but I don't get it often. I'm not a fan. There was some news just today about Papa John's. Here's what Papa John's looks like, the signage. They just released a new look sign for them. Here it is. On top is the old sign. And on the bottom is the new look, less, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They took the apostrophe away. They're getting rid of, what's that type of lettering called with the, I don't know, it's more streamlined now, I guess. Anyway, I guess maybe Papa John got some bad press recently. I really don't know. But there was, in the brief minute that I read an article about this, it said this is kind of part of cleaning up Papa John's image. I don't really know. Let's move on. Number 10 on the list. Dunkin'. Used to be Dunkin' Donuts, of course. And I've got an old picture of an old Dunkin' Donuts. And this is what I remember as a kid Dunkin' Donuts kind of looking like. Again, with that dark, I guess these aren't shingles. Maybe this is more paneling on the roof. But that rounded Dunkin' Donuts logo in the pink mug, they kind of kept that pink color, and they now have orange as a more prominent color for Dunkin' Donuts. But Dunkin' Donuts began in 1948 in Quincy, Massachusetts. Dunkin' is a big deal in Massachusetts. Am I right, Disney nerd herders? I believe that I am. Let's see. In 1955, the first Dunkin' Donuts franchise opened, and in just 10 years, the number of restaurants had grown to over 100 shops. Again, I don't think of a donut shop as a fast food place, but Dunkin' now serves way more than just donuts. They have bagels, of course, but they also have sandwiches and soups, I think. I don't really know, but they have an Impossible breakfast sausage biscuit or something that I've had and I've enjoyed. People love Dunkin' coffee. They love going there for that too. So yeah, number 10, Dunkin'. All right. Let's see. I'm missing a lot of the chat here. Oh, you could hear Alexa. Great. What did you say? Anyway, Margie doesn't like Papa John's. Yeah, not. I prefer other places. And frankly, there's not one near us, so that makes it easy to not choose it. Keith doesn't like Domino's. Oh, had a bad visit to Domino's. Sorry to hear that. Margie used to like them used to like watching them make the donuts. That's right, I remember that. That's cool. It's huge in Massachusetts. I thought I was right about that. They have like 10 of them in their city alone. Yeah, big in Mass. My mom is saying the Dunkin' no longer makes donuts on site, and they also have a Baskin-Robbins inside. That's right. Paul Eichenlau, welcome in. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. We're counting down the top 15 fast food restaurants in America, as told to us by the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Let's see. Number 9, Chipotle. I think I've been to Chipotle. I cannot remember. It was years ago. I just don't remember it. But Chipotle Mexican Grill, to be exact, was founded in 1993 in Denver, Colorado. The name Chipotle derives from the Mexican name for a smoked, dried jalapeno chili pepper. The new Hotl Mexican name for a smoked, dried jalapeno chili pepper. Let's see. And then other stuff. Nothing very interesting. PTV have a Dunkin' opening down the street. It'll share a building with a new Chick-fil-A. That is amazing. I trust you guys. You have Chick-fil-A. I know that. Chick-fil-A's good. And Keith loves Red Robin. All right, moving on. Number 8, Arby's. They have the meats. Arby's was founded. Oh, let me show you an old Arby's building. I got a kick out of this. Some of these old Arby's signs are still around. And I think if you Google it, I saw a list of where you can find them. And I knew of one in Lapeer, Michigan. When we would drive up to the thumb of Michigan, Caseville to be exact, we would drive through Lapeer, Michigan. And there is one of those old Arby's signs there. And in fact, was the Lapeer sign was on the list I saw today. So that was cool. Arby's was founded in Boardman, Ohio on July 23rd, 1964 by Forrest and Leroy Raffle, owners of a restaurant equipment business, who thought there was a market opportunity for a fast food franchise based on a dish other than hamburgers. So, I had something to say. Oh, I never knew why it was called Arby's. There used to be a marketing campaign where the R and the B stood for roast beef. America's roast beef, yes, sir. So I thought Arby's, the R and the B, something like that, roast beef. Well, we're kind of close. The brothers that I had mentioned wanted to call their business Big Tex, but that name is in Texas. Big Tex, but that name was already used by an Akron business, Captain Akron, maybe you know. I don't know if it's still there. Instead, they chose the name Arby's based on R and B, the initials of Raffle Brothers. So the brothers, Forrest and Leroy, and I think I'm saying that correctly, Raffle or Raphael, I don't know. So the Raphael brothers, RB, Arby's. And the first Arby's restaurants featured Conestoga wagon-style buildings. That's what I was showing you there. That looks like a covered wagon. And I never saw one of those before, but there's pictures of them all over the internet. The covered wagon building was phased out in the mid-'70s. So yeah, the Arby's that I grew up near didn't have one. But that's kind of cool. Some still exist, and some still exist not as Arby's, though, but as other establishments. You know that. You know of old Arby's buildings or old Pizza Hut buildings that still look like Pizza Hut buildings, but they're like a laundromat now or something. Yeah. All right, next. Number 7 on the list. Speaking of Pizza Hut, right? Oh, here it is. Founded in 1958 by two brothers, Dan and Frank Carney, both Wichita State students, as a single location in Wichita, Kansas. They named it Pizza Hut because their sign only had room for 8 letters. How about that? Let's see. Where's Pizza Hut? This is an old Pizza Hut buildings used to be very and still are, I suppose, very unique. And what's interesting is they have reintroduced that old style sign. That used to be their logo, and then they went away from it, and they had something that was italicized and like script written, and they've returned to their old look. So that pizza sign and the one behind me, That is their current logo again, which I think is kind of cool. I like the throwback. Number 6 on the list of top 15 fast food restaurants, Panera Bread. Again, I didn't really think of Panera Bread as a fast food restaurant, but it certainly is. What are the nerd herders saying? Of all our local Pizza Huts, they're closed down now. In the 80s, my favorite item at Pizza Hut was the ham and cheese sandwich with the Italian sauce. I don't remember that. Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in. They'll be live at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. And I showed off your button because it's, among other things, it's National Button Day. So there you go. So thanks for helping us celebrate National Button Day. And it's also National Fast Food Day. So we're counting down the top 15 the top 15 fast food restaurants in America. Anyway, Panera, established in 1987 in Kirkwood, Missouri. Let's see. Everything else is boring. Okay, what's next? Number 5 on the list. Five Guys. I've been there. I went there before I went vegetarian. I liked it. I liked their fries. I think their burger. I think it was messy, but I liked it. I think I prefer Panera. But Five Guys was good. Five Guys was founded in 1986 by Janie and Jerry Murrell. Jerry, alongside the couple's 4 sons, Jim, Matt, Chad, and Ben, were the original Five Guys. The Murrells had a 5th son, Tyler, 2 years later. Today, all 5 sons, the current Five Guys, are involved in the business somehow. So the Five Guys are named after their own Five Guys and not after these 5 guys. That's a different Five Guys. All right. What's next? Coming up, number 4 on the list, top fast food restaurant, Starbucks. Again, I didn't think of Starbucks as a fast food restaurant, but it is. They serve more than coffee and bagels. So, yeah, they are. I've got something very interesting about the logo. Let's see. Okay. There's the Starbucks at Epcot when it first opened. Limited menu at that one. But you know of the, let me show you the logo that's behind me there. Once upon a time, that logo used to be symmetrical, meaning the right side looked exactly like the left side and vice versa, of course. Well, a few years back, they made a change to the sign, to the logo rather, to make it asymmetrical, to make it a little different. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it here, but take a look at the eye of the mermaid or whatever that is on the right side, and you can see how the shadow or the indentation on the side of the nose goes a little further down on the right side than it does on the left, and they did that on purpose. It never used to be like that, but they wanted it to be more interesting. And I've never looked at it that closely before, but I just found this out a couple hours ago, that they did this on purpose to make their logo more interesting. Sir Gary of the Beaches, welcome in. I was not at the park yesterday. I haven't been in a bit, but no. Were you there? Well, I wish I was there. Let's see. Starbucks was my go-to place, says Disney Nerd Herders, when I traveled for work. Quick and easy sandwiches at the airports. That's another thing. A lot of these places have airport locations. And that makes, they serve food, and they serve it fast. Hence, they're fast food establishments. All right, moving on. Number 3 on the list of top fast food restaurants, KFC, once known as Kentucky Fried Chicken. And this is another place that has a history with a certain look to their buildings. Do you remember this signage with that yellow arrow on there? Now, they've abandoned this. They went back to something that looked the KFC, and again, They used to be called Kentucky Fried Chicken, of course, and then they officially just changed to just KFC. And I'm going to read a little bit about that in a second. But they went for less of the red and white striped bucket look and more of just a red boxy look. And then they returned to the original bucket, I think. Anyway, see how the words Kentucky Fried Chicken look on that sign and on the side of the building? I think they've returned a bit to that as well. You can see that on their website and stuff like that. And I know that because I don't often go to their website, but I did today because I was making this list. So that's pretty cool too. Pizza Hut and Kentucky Fried Chicken returning. Oh, and Burger King as well. Their logo again looks like what it used to look like in the 70s. And I think that's kind of cool. Colonel Harlan Sanders founded KFC. The first location not in Kentucky. Actually, wait a minute. No, it was in Kentucky. It was in Corbin, Kentucky. But the franchise, the first franchise, was in Salt Lake City, Utah, in 1952. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. One of the biggest. It's all over the world. You might remember the email chain letter that began circulating shortly after they changed their name. And the email spread a conspiracy theory that the restaurant used genetically modified chickens, which is why it was forced to remove the word chicken from its name. KFC quickly debunked the claim, but that hasn't stopped the mutant chicken rumor from popping up every few years. In fact, KFC was forced to publicly address the allegations again in 2014. The way the chicken chain tells it, they pivoted to KFC simply because it had fewer syllables. Also, nixing the word fried from their title would make it easier to appeal to more health-conscious consumers. That makes sense to me. All right. Where are we? Oh, number 2 on the list. Here we go. Colonel Sanders was on the Beverly Hillbillies. Keith, with that little nugget. No pun intended. Pizza Hut and KFC are both owned by the same parent company. I think you will see those two in the same building quite often. All right. Here we go. Number 2. Domino's. How about this? Domino's, another Michigan pizza chain. We heard from Little Caesars, which was from Garden City, Michigan. Domino's is from Ypsilanti, home of Eastern Michigan University. And in 1960, Tom Monahan and his brother James took over the operation of Dominic's, an existing location of a small pizza restaurant chain that had been owned by a man named Dominic DeVardi. The two brothers, they split up the work, but James didn't want to quit his job as a full-time postman to keep up with the demands of the new business. So Tom Monahan took over everything. He became a multimillionaire. By 1965, he purchased 2 additional pizzerias. He had now 3 locations in the same county, and there are 3 dots on the logo, and that refers to the original 3 locations of Domino's. That's where that comes from. Who cares? But in 1975, Domino's faced a lawsuit by Amstar Corporation, the maker of Domino Sugar. I didn't know about this. Alleging trademark infringement and unfair competition. 5 years later, in 1980, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans found in favor of Domino's Pizza, however. So, yeah, how about that? All right. So number 2, I see somebody in the chat thought they knew what number 1 was. And you were wrong. Number 1 on the list of the top fast food restaurants in the United States. Chick-Fil-A. I know. I'm as surprised as you are. Glitch? There it is. I had to put that on there. There's a Chick-fil-A for you. It's one of the largest American fast food restaurant chains and the largest whose specialty is chicken sandwiches. Its headquarters is in College Park, Georgia. The company operates more than 2,700 restaurants, primarily in the United States, with locations in 47 states and the District of Columbia. More restaurants are planned in Hawaii and in Puerto Rico. Though its former locations in the UK and South Africa are closed, Chick-fil-A's restaurants in Canada remain open. Many of the company's values are influenced by the Christian religious beliefs of its late founder, S. Truett Cathy, a devout Southern Baptist. Reflecting a commitment to Sunday Sabbatarianism, all Chick-fil-A restaurants are closed for business on Sunday. That's true. There is no business. They're not open on Sunday. So if you're a high school kid, I tell you, and you want a day of the weekend off, work at Chick-fil-A. You'll always have Sunday off. Based on data from 2018, the most ordered item was the waffle fries. That's the only thing I get now. Followed by soft drinks, chicken nuggets, and then the original chicken sandwich. I will tell you, their chicken sandwich is great. I love it. I don't eat it anymore, but I love it. I think they have 2 different types of MSG in the sandwich. That's why it's delicious and you want more. But whatever. It is a great sandwich. And I remember back in the 80s getting, they used to have a carrot and raisin slaw that you can get. I don't know if they still have that. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. Dean says, interesting fact, it only costs $5,000 to start your own Chick-fil-A. Panera is over $1 million. Wow. And you know what? When they open a new Chick-fil-A, it's a big deal because they give away tons of stuff. They opened one a couple years ago next to the high school where I work. And it was a big deal. They were giving out gift cards and people camped out in order to get the freebies they were giving out that day. Opening day at a Chick-fil-A is kind of a big deal. So PTV, when your Chick-fil-A opens, it's there's going to be a party there, and they're going to be giving away stuff. So I don't know. Think about going. I didn't go to the one near us, but I was working though, so I don't know when yours is opening, but it might be. Oh, Keith says Colonel Sanders was not on the Beverly Hillbillies, but I'm going to imagine he was at one time. The drive-through lanes, Mar says, for Chick-fil-A are awful. They are, because they're so popular. It is nuts. Chick-fil-A's crazy. Folks, that is it. And by the way, it's what you didn't see on the list. In the top 15, you did not see Dairy Queen. You didn't see Taco Bell. You didn't see Popeyes. You didn't see Wendy's. And you did not see McDonald's. McDonald's was at the bottom of this list. Oh, sorry, I got really loud there. Look at that. Sonic wasn't on there either. There we go. That was the list. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with me on this Tuesday live stream. PTV, they're opening this week. That's awesome. Chick-fil-A is great. I don't want to eat their sandwiches anymore, but they're delicious. I love them. That was my favorite fast food. Hitchhiking Bone says their Chick-fil-A drive-thru is very fast. You know, the kids that they have working there, they have them stationed out at the one near us, and they're staggered, so multiple people are placing their orders. So, the line is super long, and it's doubled up, but it does go by pretty fast at ours as well. Jack in the Box not on the list. Oh, it is on this list, but didn't make the top 15. Dean hosts the Live Place, theliveplace.com. Please check that out. It's full of live streams, not just Disney live streams, but all sorts of live streams. So if you like stuff like this, you can find other things at theliveplace.com. Dean, thanks for hosting that as always. Your Tuesday night lineup. Mouse Talk is live right now and has been for a while. They're at Epcot, checking out what Christmas is like at Epcot tonight. I don't know if the Viapre Project is live tonight. They were live last night. And then the Hitchhiking Bones. There they are again. There's their button. Happy National Button Day. And they'll be live, and I believe we're going to hear a recap of the trip to Walt Disney World that they just had. So that'll be very cool. Always like hearing about their experiences of people that have visited Walt Disney World. So that's very cool. We got Rob Fuzz on Fridays. Disney Nerd Herders on Wednesdays. They'll be live tomorrow, I hope. Right after them will be D&G Explorers at 8 p.m. Eastern. PTV goes live on Mondays at 9:30. Watch the replay or wait for 6 more days, I guess. Magic of the Mouse Radio. There are 2 channels now. This is a 24-hour internet radio station that plays nothing but Disney music. They have a second one, and I forget what it's called. I need to write that down, but it just plays Disney park music, which is super cool. I've got to get a graphic for that as well. And then Pete McDivitt, who does NFL games and Disney stuff, he's live more often than he's not. So check out Pete's channel. He's a great supporter of the community and everybody in it. So, White Castle would be on my list. They have an Impossible slider that I've had many times. White Castle on the list. I think they suffer from not being national. They're regional. There's no White Castle down here. No, they're building one in Orlando. Okay, they're not national yet, but maybe they're getting there. But they're one of the oldest ones, right? They started in the 20s. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I will see you next week on my channel. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just going to end broadcast. Bye, everybody. I'll see you at Hitchhiking Bones later and maybe Mouse Talk right now. All right, ending broadcast.